NACA home buyers. It's Candy News. All right, today I am going to be going over 2 tips on how you can get through that NACA workshop, even if it's full. Okay, we're going to find a way. When there's a will, there is a way. All right, so we're going to do that. So before I tell you my 2 tips, I just want to say I love NACA. I got my home through NACA. No down payment, no closing costs, no appraisal fees. I walked into my home without paying for any of those things. I absolutely love NACA. I'm an avid for it, and I say be patient, and if there's a will, there's a way. We're going to get you through this process, okay? So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. So initially, I had heard about NACA through 2 of my girlfriends that lived here in Atlanta, and they both loved the process. They also told me they were like, oh, they were buying their houses on their own, single girls buying their houses on their own, and they just said that they loved the process. So I was always like, wow, my girls really got it going on. So let's go back. I started thinking about purchasing a home in 2015. And I didn't buy my actual home until 2018. So it's been a long time that I have been thinking about purchasing a home. And it's so funny because I used to live in Texas. Shout out to all my Texas people. I lived in San Antonio, Texas. And I went to a NACA workshop. It was just a regular, Saturday. And for some reason I signed up because I was thinking of purchasing a home in San Antonio. So long story short, I went to the workshop there, and it wasn't full at all. I mean, it was in a church, and I think there was probably maybe 20 people there. But that was in San Antonio, and that was back in 14, 15, something like that. So the moral of the story is I went there, and then I didn't really do much with it afterwards. Life got to me, and I decided to change and do something different. So long story short, I ended up moving to Atlanta, back to Atlanta, which is where I'm from. And I was like, you know what? I'm buying a home. I'm not getting an apartment, and I'm just not going to do it. So long story short, I tried to go on the NACA website. I said, okay, I have to go to this. This workshop again. So lo and behold, it was full. Like, it was completely full. It was off of, Flat Shoals Parkway. I mean, it was at this church. I was like, oh my God, there's so many people here. How is this possible? What's going on? Like, I was so overwhelmed because it wasn't like that before. And I had to wait like 2 or 3 weeks just to go to the workshop because they were all like full. It was like every weekend, but it was full. So long story short, to say this, I called NACA. You know what I did? I went on my little chat app right there at the bottom, like always on the bottom right-hand side, that chat app on the homepage. I went and I said, hey, you know what? I attended this workshop back in 2014-15. Do I have to do this again if I've already attended a workshop? And just like that, they were like, no, you've already attended the workshop. You're good to go on with the next process. And to say that, let's get into the 2 ways that you can bypass these grueling workshops that are like, oh my God, they're always packed. And by that, you're defeated just trying to get in the door. So, a couple things you can do. Number 1, you can show up to the workshop super early. So if the workshop starts at 9:30, I need you to be in the parking lot at 8. Okay? Why? Because people sign up for things all the time and don't show up. All the time. It's free to sign up. People don't show up all the time. So go anyway. But if you go, make sure you get there early. And I always say, you can get more bees with honey. When you get there at 8 o'clock, believe me, there's a volunteer that's there at 8 o'clock. Offer to help them out. Be there. Get your name and help them set up what's going on out there. Help them set up. If you're there helping them set up, then they're more than likely to be like, what's your name? Okay, let me write you down. Okay, great. Yes, definitely. We can get you in the workshop. I'm telling you, you can always get more bees with honey, okay? So that's 1. Show up anyway. You know where the workshop is. You know what time it is. You show up, but you show up early. And I guarantee they probably can put you on that list because everybody that signed up is not showing up, okay? So that's 1 way. Tip number 2. For those of you that are maybe in like New York or just some crazy place, I would say sign up in a small town. I tell people all the time, like in Augusta, Georgia, or take a Saturday. They're usually a Saturday morning. If you're really interested in buying a home, maybe you and your spouse, you and your dog, whatever, pack up the car and drive up one early morning to a workshop that's in a smaller town. Okay. You know, they have workshops all over. In Georgia, there's Augusta, there's Rome. You know, go to a workshop in a smaller town where it's not as crowded. You know, you're gonna be there for half of the day anyway. So the workshop usually takes place probably like from 9 to 1. So it's a long day. So maybe you can make it a road trip. But if you're determined to get your home and to go through NACA and to save your coin like I did, I saved coin, okay? If you're willing to do that, then take the trip. I mean, I would say maybe, 1 to 2 hours away is not bad. Carve out that Saturday, plan it out, and go to one in a smaller town where there's not that many people purchasing a home, or there's just not that big a population. Okay? If there's a will, there's a way. I want you to get your home through NACA, and that's how I do it. If you have any other questions or comments, please respond below. I'm here for you. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.